Hello everybody, it's Cape Rugby TV. It's Wednesday night, and of course we're coming to you live once again. So those of you that maybe were just watching us now on the Facebook stream, you would of course have sort of caught a little bit of the back end there, the raw side of things, where we show you how we get live just before the show, which is nice fun. It's bitterly cold out there, so of course we hope that you're all warm and cozy as much as possible as one can be in this winter weather. Folks, coming up on the show tonight, we'll be taking a look at, of course, we'll have a number of phone calls as well, but we'll be catching up with the guys from Gardens Tech and Young Ideas. We went out to that side of the world for the first time. We'll also be getting on the phone with Jerome Parvater. He's away with the under-21s at the moment. We'll be speaking to Eddie Turan, for the Union Mill captain who plays 100 games. Kevin Kivitz from Tygerberg. We'll speak to Kevin a little bit later on the show. Armin Brunk catches up with us from Collegians, and of course got a massive derby this weekend, Rangers against Collegians. And we'll speak to Ebi Murat, his counterpart at Rangers. Big thanks to Hisense that's come on board with Cape Rugby TV, of course, as the official technical partner. Score energy drinks. So you've got to get your scores on board with us, and of course, as you can see in the background, scores on board with us, and of course on board with the Cape Rugby TV 7s, and at least the Western Province Club Rugby 7s. And of course, Dulux Maitland at number 30 Coburg Road. You can get down there and get all your paint supplies that you need. They look after your, they'll spec your premises. They'll work out exactly how much you need so that you don't waste any paint or waste any money. So Dulux Maitland, number 30 Coburg Road, and Colour Tone, at least. Colour Tone, of course, for all your timber treatments, also on board. In fact, Colour Tone was one of our very, very first sponsors. So stick around. The studio line number, 021 286 2341, 286 2341. Give us a call. You can win yourself a set of double tickets to the next game at Newlands, and possibly a case of Score. So stick around. Don't go away. We'll be looking to take your calls with some questions coming up during the case of the show. With me on the show tonight, Clint van Rensburg. Clint, welcome back.
Thank you. Good to be here. A little bit past my bedtime, but always good to come chat some rugby with you.
Yeah, well, that's of course the challenge of live shows. Is there are no time. There's no times. There's no time limits.
Yeah, when you said 9 o'clock, I thought it was AM, but I got it wrong.
You know what? The thing about being live is I think the rush, the adrenaline. It's a lot of fun, and I think
us watching it's quite entertaining.
Yeah, especially before the show when everybody's like going. It can get very crazy. No. Anyway, folks, just a reminder. Then we'll put the number up in the studio, at least at the bottom there, 286 2341. If you want to give us a call. Right. So as I mentioned earlier on, our live calls tonight, we'll be speaking to hopefully Danny Jones as well. We're trying to get all of them. Jerome Parvater, Kevin Kivitz, Eddie Turan, Armin Brunk, and Ibrahim Murat. So we've got a whole lot to get through in the show today, including, of course, the logs, the results, and the fixtures. Stick around, some great prizes. But now let's take a look at the match. Tech up against Young Ideas. We'll do some match analysis and look some logs, the results, and the fixtures. And then we'll, of course, start with those phone calls where we speak to some of the community rugby guys that are out there playing this weekend. Right, welcome back everybody here at Cape Rugby TV. All right, there's the first half highlights. Tech against Young Ideas. It was a win for Gardens Tech. Halftime score there, 14-7 in their favour. I must say, it's the first time I've been at Gardens Tech. I don't know, Clint, you've obviously been out there.
Yes, that was our base when I was playing at Hammies for a season. And it's certainly one of the more scenic rugby fields in the province.
I was blown away. I mean, I was absolutely blown away. It looked like a rugby field in the middle of Monaco or something like that. It's all these lavish.
I'll tell you what, if the wind comes, you'll be blown away there. I enjoyed the Taibo lesson you were giving that youngster. It seemed interesting.
The Taibo lesson? Taibo was
karate or something.
Could you
like
see it on the background somewhere? There were a couple of kids there that had come from. One of the kids had come from Guguletu and the other one had come from Langa. I remember that they were at school. One mentioned that he was, I think, at St. Christopher's, and the other one was at Garlandale. And the kids were running around the side. They'd come all the way through, and they were having a lot of fun on the side of the field. That's what's great about rugby, I suppose. Right, folks, before we get into the rest now, Clint, the game there, the first half, your thoughts?
Yeah, it was certainly a fast-flowing game. Both sides throwing it around. The Garden Tech boys, some real explosive power from number 13. I'm not sure what his name is, but he had a lovely run down the left-hand touchline. So rugby is alive and well, if you ask me, just in terms of development as well. So it was really good to see.
Yeah. All right, folks, let's take a look now at the second half. Of course, Tech against Young Ideas at home ground, of course, at Tech in Oranjezicht. Welcome back, folks. Of course, it is Cape Rugby TV. We're live here for those of you that have just joined us. And in fact, some of you might be watching us on the social streams. Please leave your comments. With me in the studio is Clint van Rensburg from Villages. We're going to ask you how things are going at Villages in a sec, Clint. But the end result there for Tech, 24-14. You can see that there's a little bit of Varsity Cup, or at least Varsity Shield experience in the team there.
Yeah, both sides certainly threw the ball around, and the nice thing about it, it's very noticeable, is that both sides gave the ball air, played the ball into space, and that's good for rugby. I mean, I think the top teams can learn from them. You know, often in South Africa we tend to want to take too much contact. Just at Villages myself, out of 100 opportunities, we took the ball into contact 70 times and passed it on 30 occasions, which is not a great stat for us. And what I noticed about those Oaks there, they were certainly moving the ball into space.
So when you're talking about that, you're talking about you getting the ball and you're running it up as opposed to making the ball do the work for you?
Every time you have the ball, you've got an opportunity to pass it. or to take it into contact. And in South Africa, and certainly at Villages against Bellville on the weekend, we chose to take it into the contact 70% of the time.
Yeah, I hear you guys pulled off a close one there. It was borderline.
Well, I'll tell you what, Dan Clark doesn't have to buy drinks for the rest of the season.
All right. Okay, we're going to speak about Dan Clark in a sec or so. All right, folks, and of course, as you know, at each game we speak to the coaches and captains after the games. We first managed to speak to the Young Ideas coach, Kumbuzele Glani. Let's hear what he has to say. Folks, we're over here in Oranje Zicht. What an incredible game today. An incredible location as well. This is where Gardens Tech today played against Young Ideas. With me is the coach of Young Ideas now, Vushu Khane. I hope I got that right. Coach, didn't go your way today.
Yes, I didn't go away.
Yeah, no, you didn't. How was the game?
Yeah, the game is fantastic. I'm lost, but I'm trying to play very well. I'm saying thanks for my guys to play. Yes.
You guys travelled all the way from Langa?
I'm traveling for Langa, but I know the Garden Tech is a good team, but I didn't prefer lose. Yes, I'm lose now. I'm admit to lose.
And the season so far, how's things been going at Young Ideas?
The season so far, yes, I didn't go to the top 9, but I can try to take it this cup.
Yeah.
For my team.
And just tell us a little bit about the players, how the players enjoying the game. It looks like you've got some fantastic backline players there.
Yeah, my players, they enjoy the game as well as backline. Yes, Garden Tech is overpower us on front line, but I try to play backline.
All right, Coach, all right, we'll leave it at that. Not congratulations, but still a nice game to watch.
Okay, thanks.
Here we go. Kumisile Dlani there, of course, the coach at Young Ideas. A little bit starstruck, I suppose. First time on television, but that's what we do. Is, we give coaches the opportunity to make a name for themselves on TV. Has it made any difference for you guys, Clint, bringing coaches on TV?
No, it certainly does. But yeah, this year I just like the energy of the club rugby, and you can see that a lot of good work is going into club rugby in general.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of development happening in those sectors of the game. So we must continue showing it, because it gives you a little that warm fuzzy feeling a little bit about rugby in general.
Well, I think it was great this time around to get Tech and Young Ideas on air. I haven't had an opportunity. Tweets coming in from Manenberg Rangers. Manenberg have won 5 of their last 4 promotion games. Cape Rugby TV, thanks for a gracious show. Best wishes to Tigerberg, Gold Cup Rugby. That's from Al Warm Roman. Looks like you're a champion side. Hashtag Western Province Club Rugby Tire. Yes. Thanks, guys. Keep the tweets coming in. Let's catch up now with Young Ideas captain Sia Sana Mshubane. Right, folks, with me now is Sia Sanga Shumbane. He is the captain of Young Ideas. Sia, it didn't go your way?
It didn't go our way, but the game was nice and hard. Thank for that. But our team, we lost because of we have a red card first half. Earlier first half, we got a red card, but we're gonna go on, carry on as a team, because our players are still young, and you can see I'm an old folk, but I'm still enjoying the game.
You got number 22 on your back.
Yes.
I saw you coming off the bench there.
No, I didn't come off the bench. The thing is, the number 1 and number 3, they are so small to me. So the number 22 is the one who fitting me well. So that's why I'm using.
So you guys are sharing jerseys?
Yes.
All right, okay. I was wondering, because I saw you coming at one stage. I looked and you were taking control of the game, and I thought, well, this guys come off the bench, so obviously you've been on the whole game, taking control.
That's it. I was in the game the whole game, but the thing is, the jerseys not fitting me well, so I had to take number 22.
Well, maybe now with the TV and people see Young Ideas, maybe you'll get a sponsor for new jerseys.
We would like to have some sponsors for the new jerseys, because these ones are a little bit tight.
Yeah, a little bit tight. Just tell us about the players themselves, the game itself today. Where were the weak points and strong points?
Garden Tech was a little bit hard on the forwards, but on the back line, it's just that, okay, we lose the game, but our back line was superb against them, but we did lose the game. I say good luck to them.
All right, where to for you guys now? What's next?
Going back to the drawing board, and then we'll see. We'll take it one game at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we leave it at that. Nice chatting with you.
Thank you, man.
There we
Thank
go.
you, man.
Siasana Mshubani there, just talking to us after the game. What a vibe! Unfortunately, they got to share jerseys. Not every jersey fits perfectly.
Yeah, Sia looks like a real character.
Yeah, he's brilliant.
No, good to see. I mean, it often happens. Playing 23, yeah, but he had a good game. They obviously were up against it in the pack, but yeah, this year.
All right, folks, we're going to take an ad break, and when we come back, we'll speak to Tech coach Ivan Solomons and, of course, Lutando Daweti, who had a fantastic game himself for Gardens Tech. We'll be back with you in a sec. Welcome back, everybody. Cape Rugby TV. Still coming up a little bit later in the show. We'll speak to Jerome Parvata. He's in preparation for the season. Paul Troon and Paul Mbizo is, of course, on his coaching staff, and he'll be telling us what they're up to. Eddie Taron, Kevin Kibitz, Armin Brink, and Ebi Murat, of course, speaking to us. Massive derby game. And after consultation with Western Province Rugby, that's the pick of the week this weekend. Collegians up against Rangers. Going to be a very, very a big game. All right, we'll be taking a look at the logs, results, and fixtures in a sec, but let's catch up now with Ivan Solomons, of course, the coach at Gardens Tech. Right, folks, with me now is Ivan Solomons, coach of CPUT. Ivan, this is a different location since the last time I saw you.
Yes, certainly it is. This is home for CPUT. We played here, but first of all, I want to say thank you to the Lord for giving us the opportunity of playing this wonderful game, rugby. This is our home, and we defend with everything here.
You must be proud of the boys. They had a great result today.
Yes, I'm very proud of them. Sometimes over eagerness, but if we play to our strength is, of course, fitness, and we play it wide with quick hands, then we score. That is our strength at all times, and we try to stress them.
Just tell us quickly, is this your home ground? I mean, this is a
home.
Fantastic field. This is obviously one of the Western Province Rugby owned field. You do all your practices here, and do you guys come up by bus do you meet at the Tech and you come up transport together?
We come by transport from all the campuses, from Bellville, Cape Town, Mowbray, and we should have them from Wellington, but of course the money is a bit too far.
Well, Tech certainly now in the spotlight.
We'll hope to be there and stay there.
All right, Alvin, we leave it at that. Nice seeing you again.
Thank you very much, sir.
There we go.
Thank you very much.
Folks, Ivan Solomon is, of course, old stalwart at Western Province Rugby. We've seen him around for many, many years, including on the side of the field refereeing. And I think it's rather challenging, though, Clint, from coaching at universities and techs and so on. It can't be easy. I mean, you've done it. You've obviously got to fall in line with all the rules and the regulations and the study requirements. And it gets even more complicated when you've got things like the Varsity Cup and Varsity Shield and so on. It's not a simple coaching job.
No, certainly not. But he's got the fundamentals right. You know, he said they concentrate on fitness and handling, and they move the ball around, which makes for a simple game plan. But certainly it's always difficult when you've got some red tape to work through, and students need to study. You need to work around that. You also got to work around a whole lot of other things that complicate it a little bit for you if you're coaching.
I mean, you also end up losing half your players. Apparently, you've got a whole lot of players. If I understand it correctly, they go back to other.
Well, the success in the rugby is really continuity. We saw it now with us in villages as well. If you lose a little bit of momentum, it's difficult to get it. So the continuity of players as well. Some guys in, some guys out the next week makes it very difficult. Rugby is one of those games where you need your team together as much as you can.
Yeah. You were talking about this before. In fact, you were speaking about a stable environment, making sure week to week. I mean, this is why we see the Springbok teams and the Stormers teams where they take the changing rooms and they set it out in exactly the same way. Every player has his locker room or cloak corner. He sits next to his same buddy. He's got his own little motivational quotes up in the corner. You've walked that road.
Yeah, sport is a lot of it is in the mind. So you've got to be comfortable. You've got to be, you've got to be relaxed with your environment, And managers and coaches and that, they try and give the players the best possible opportunity to feel settled and ready for the game.
Because you essentially want to do, what you want to do is you want to take your home environment where you play normally and recreate that at your away game. So it feels like you're playing home and away, at an away game.
Some guys prefer playing away from home. Then the kids aren't there to cause distraction. But you want to be comfortable. That's the main thing. And also, what the big thing is, the guys that are around you. It's the family vibe that you create. It's nice to go away with the teammates to a different environment, but you've got to enjoy each other's company first and foremost.
Yeah, folks, we were just a couple of comments coming up on social media there, and I've just been asked. Wilfred Fortuyn has joined us. Says, JP or Lekkerding, wish me happy birthday on air. All right, happy birthday, Wilfred. Let's catch up now with Lutando DeWitte. He's of course the captain at Tech Tainer. Folks, with me now is Lutando DeWitte. Lutando, you guys happy with the result today?
We're much impressed with the results, and we played the game as the coach told us during practice, which is Tuesday and Thursday. And more especially, the reason we're happy, we enjoyed ourselves. We played rugby clearly.
How many of the guys from the Varsity Shield are in this squad?
Oh, I think we are 3 or 4 in the squad. I'm one of them, and we have the hooker that came as a sub, and other players, and the number 8, but he unfortunately got an injury during the process of the Varsity Shield. So we have few, because many of the players, as we are young guns, so many were spotted and then they were taken to another teams.
So just tell us a little bit about the game today. What did you feel were your strong points? Speaking to the guys from Young Ideas, they felt you guys dominated up front.
Yeah, on our strong points, we noted, as you would see on the first half, they wanted to dominate us on the forward, but we knew that our backline is faster than theirs. So we took their concentration towards the backline. While they are focusing on the backline, we pick back our big guys and then we shoot them with them.
All right, Lutando, we'll leave it at that.
Okay,
congratulations, good win.
Okay, thank you.
Right, welcome back everybody. Cape Rugby TV, we are live, so the beauty of live is that we can interact with you. So if you want to win yourself some prizes, have a chat with us. The studio line number now, 021-286-2341. There you see it on your screen, 021-286-2341. Give us a call there on the screen right about there, and you can win yourself a case of Score energy drinks, and a little bit later in the but of course you've got to answer a question. You're going to have to tell us who is the official sponsor to the Western Province Club Rugby Sevens tournament. All right, let's take a look at the incidentally, if you are watching as well, the match between is it Brackenfell and Marty's? Brackenfell and Marty's, yeah, it's been postponed tonight, folks. It was a Wednesday night game. It's off. Clint, I'm sure you would have been keeping an eye on that as well. But it's off. Power failures.
Sure.
It's all this rain.
I reckon Marty seem to be in the cricket season at the moment.
Yeah, I don't know if this is a good thing for rugby, but I'm not going into that conversation at the moment. I mean, we saw some schoolboy rugby posts over the weekend, I think, with school kids putting on scores of in excess of 200 points, 240 points or something.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I understand it in a club level. You're adult, you can deal with it, but for a child to take a 200 points, I mean, you can imagine that you're just standing there and the guys are just running past you.
That's ludicrous. It should never happen. And I think the particular school would be regretting what happened there.
It's a disgrace.
Nobody wants to see that.
Absolute disgrace. I mean, you've got to ask yourself then, where is the development in that? You know, I mean, imagine how those kids, like I say, adults, we can deal with it. But the kids, 15-year-old kids or 16-year-old kids, who's got to get 200 and 240 odd points against them.
Humiliating. I'm not even sure how you can do that. That is literally a try every 90 seconds.
Yeah.
It's like a fitness session. Poor ref. You must probably have to do a couple of hundreds.
No, they should have stopped the game.
Yeah, for sure.
In fact, the game shouldn't have even happened.
Yeah.
Those two teams were totally outmatched, and it's absolutely ridiculous.
But I mean, the worst part of it is there's probably 15 or 13 of the games that went over 100 as well.
Yeah, I personally, I think that if you've got let's say a margin of, depending on the level of the game, if you've got a margin of, let's say 50 points, really you don't need to be posting a YouTube video about it. You really don't need to be bragging that you put 150 points on someone. It's like a white belt fighting against a black belt. It's not. It's all wrong. Right, folks. Studio lines are ringing, so you can give us a call. The number in the studio is 286-2341. We'll be giving you a chance to win a case of Score energy drinks. All you need to do is tell us who is the official technical, not the official technical partner, but at least the official sponsor to the Cape Rugby TV Sevens. Right, we've got Mike on the line with us right now. Anytime now, guys. There we go. All right, Mike, you're gonna have to answer a simple question for me if you want to win this case of Score energy drinks. I need to know.
Okay, fine.
I need to know who is the official sponsor to the Western Province Club Rugby Sevens.
Score energy drink.
Score. Congratulations, Mike. You walk away with a case of Score. Mike, who's your favourite rugby club?
One of the Helderberg clubs, maybe Salawi's Pass.
Silurians, fantastic. Having a bit of a rough time this season, eh?
I know. But we live in hope.
They'll pull it together, I'm sure.
Yep.
Mike, have yourself a fantastic evening. Try and stay warm out there.
Definitely, yes. It's a bit chilly out here.
All right. You're going to have to stay on the line because we're going to have to get your details so that we can get this case of Score energy drinks to you.
For sure. Okay, fine.
All right. That's, of course, Mike from Summers West. Fantastic calling in. One of our first callers. So nice to have us live again. Folks, we're going to take an ad break. When we come back from the break, we'll start taking a look at the Super League A, B and C fixtures. Back in a sec. Welcome back, everybody. It's, of course, Cape Rugby TV. We're going to be speaking to Jerome Parvater in a second or so. Super League A was, of course, on fire over the weekend, as it is at the moment. What a close game. Belhar and Milnerton, 32-all. Durbanville with a win over UWC, 38-14. Hamilton's went down to Stellenbosch, 73-7. NTK, 38-27 over Primrose. Peniel Villages went down to Brackenfell, 113-5. And Vix, 51-41 over SK Warmers. Clint, all right, I'm not going to talk about the Brackenfell-Peniel Villages game, although, Brackenfell's new in Super League A.
Yep.
Both teams are new, in fact. But still, we're seeing 113 points. I mean, let's leave that game alone.
Brackenfell certainly acquitted themselves a little bit better than Peniel Villages.
What surprised me was the points margin, Hamilton's and Marty's. I really thought that there would be a closer gap. 73 points to 7. That's a bit of a gap.
Yeah, Marty's certainly getting some momentum here at the end of the season. Really an angry performance. Really took it to Hemis a bit. And momentum is a funny thing, Once they get on top of you, they've got some dangerous players, and they're just showing their power at the end of the season.
Yeah. On the folks on the line with us now, Jerome Parvater. Hallo Jerome, hoe gaan het daar?
Lekker JP, self?
Nee, gaan lekker hier so in die atelier. Het is bietjie koud. Waar is jy, meneer? Jy is in Bloemfontein of?
Nee, ek is in Hermanus of waar die 21 oefenkamp.
So, Jerome, just tell us a little bit. What are you guys up to? What are you preparing for? Tell us about the under-21s.
Yeah, we're busy. Basically, the last week for us to prepare because we play next Saturday. We play against the Blue Bulls under-21. So we're just here for the week from Monday on a training camp at Hermanus just to sort of finalize our place. And so far it's been good, and we've been playing a game today against Boland Currie Cup side. We beat them 34-14. So yeah, the guys are looking good.
34-14, that's a pretty decent margin. The Boland under-21 guys are not weak at all. They've got all those strong Boland schools that feed them into that under-21 side. Jerome?
No, we actually played the Currie Cup side.
So the under-21s beat the Boland Currie Cup side?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Okay, talk about mismatches there. Jerome, we've got Clinton van Rensburg in the studio with me. We were both just talking about the Hamilton's Marty's game. Big, I don't know which games you went to over the weekend, Jerome. Normally you go to about 3 games. But big margin there. Stellenbosch Hamilton's, we're both saying that maybe that margin is a little bit big.
Yeah, it was. It was a bit surprising. I was at Durban UCT game on Saturday. But yeah, I was surprised I thought Marty Hamilton's would put up a fight, but it seems like Marty's is on a roll. So, yeah, I mean, they're currently playing against Brackenfell, so Marty's, all the scores now are big to Marty's favor. So they're on a roll.
Yeah. Jerome, how long are you guys still in Hermanus for?
We're here till Friday, yeah. So tomorrow we have a bit of a recovery day,
yeah,
and then Friday we pick it up again.
And the spirit amongst the boys there, are they obviously... Clint, any questions from your side? I've got Clint.
Coach, do you see any whales there?
Clint?
Spot any whales?
Yeah, funny enough, when we arrived here on Monday, we saw a couple, and then on Tuesday also a couple. But it's storming now. It seems like the whales are sleeping, so we don't see any whales now. Today was weather is bad. It's actually storming now outside here. We're not so lucky that the sun is shining in Cape Town.
No. Jerome, dit reën hierdie kant, meneer. Ons los dit daar, so luister, enjoy yourself out there. Best of luck to the boys. I know Paul True and Impi and Paul Mbuzo is with you guys there. So, yeah, good luck to the 21s.
Thank you very much, JP.
Lekker, Jerome. Yeah, keep warm. Thanks, Jerome. Jerome Parvat, they're just crossing to us live from Hermanus, where the under-21 side is. Jerome, I mean, Clint, yeah. I mean, that's pretty impressive when you're on the 21 side. Beats the senior side. We were just talking about mismatches.
Proper talent in the province. That's all I can say. I suppose they're going to do ice baths in the sea tomorrow.
Yeah.
We also got to remember that Marty's side dealt Durbanville a 60-pointer as well a week ago. So they're really showing some power.
Yeah. Yeah. No, they're obviously a class outfit. I think we knew this was going to come. The other results in Super League, folks, NTK over Primrose, as I mentioned, 38-27. The big win there for Brackenfell over Peniel Villages. And all I can say to Peniel Villages guys, chin up. And Vix with a 51-41 win over SK Warmers. That looks to me like it could have been a better performance from SK then. They've had a little bit of up and down season. And Vix, Victorians, Marty second side is no slouch side. So I think surely the SK guys will be happy with that result. Well, not happy, but, feeling positive with that points.
I'm not quite sure. I think Victorians have been slacking the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
They've had some surprising losses. They've always a strong side. I'm not 100% sure if some guys have been held back in prep of future competitions.
Yeah.
But SK Warmers, I mean, that's they would have liked to have won that one. I think they would have fancied their chances against Vix.
Yeah.
But away from home, always difficult.
Right, on the line with us now, Eddie Theron is of course the captain at Union Mill. There you can see him in the corner of the screen there. Eddie, congratulations! 100 games coming up this weekend.
How's it, JP? Yeah, thanks very much. Big milestone for me.
So you guys up against UCT this weekend?
Yeah, mate. Big milestone for me, but even a bigger one for the club. I think aiming for that top 6 spot and trying everything we can. No one giving us a chance at the start of the season, but now we're thereabouts.
Yeah, Eddie, we've spoken to that sneaky coach of yours, Ishmael Dolly, who obviously is able to strategize. What is it that's turned? And now we got the player, yourself, 100 games at Milnerton, and we've obviously spoken to you many times on Cape Rugby TV. But what's the secret at Union Mill this year?
I think it's we kept most of the core players that won us the season last year, and then the players that we got in, some of the new players like Adrian Roberts and his brother Teslin, they've just bought into the culture and what the club and Ish brings to the party, and that's the whole thing.
Eddie, just from a log point perspective, I mean, one of the thoughts around one of the thoughts around entering into Super League A for the first time is you just want to survive. You just want to stick around and make it into the space where you can survive another season. Is that something that you guys at somewhere along the line decided, hang on, we can actually get into the top 6? Has that sort of struck home with you?
Look at definitely now it has. Beating Durval that first game, and then coming down to earth against SK Warmers the second game, and then we had that week against Marty's, False Bay and Hamilton's in the 1 week. So that kind of brought us down to earth and said, hey, wait a minute, we're in Super A here. And now we went on a 6-game winning streak, and then a draw against Bell Harbor, but still picking up the 3 points. And the guys was obviously disappointed. But if we said at the start of the season, look, let's go to Bell Harbor, pick up 3 points, we would have taken that any day. So at least the guys has some confidence now in Super A, and we're hoping we can continue that.
Eddie, just a last question. 100 games for Union Mill at a team that has come through the ranks. We've seen the Gees there. You guys have done an incredible job in the community, always donating things for, and coming up with some creative ways to do it as well, donating to the local community as well. How does it feel for you to play 100 games at Union Mill, which maybe in the past, you need a club with a bit of culture and a bit of tradition, a bit of Gees. How does it feel for you?
It's definitely, like I said, it's a very proud moment for me. The body definitely feels like 200 games, but I can't imagine being at another club and getting to this milestone in Super A with Milnerton when we came kind of from the bottom, Premier B when I started. It's definitely a great moment.
Eddie, listen, from our side to you and Ish and the boys and Eddie, and we of course spoke to Eddie last week. Congratulations on your performance so far. You've done fantastic, and you 100 games at Union Mill. Well done to you. Really, we're proud to be associated with you guys.
Thanks very much, JP. Appreciate it. And hope to see you guys down soon.
Yeah, well, we'll definitely be out there soon. Yeah, that's for sure. Especially with Ismail Dolly's dad's cooking.
All right.
Folks, Eddie Theron, of course, the captain at Union Mill. Right, if you want to win yourself a case of Score energy drinks, then all you need to do is SMS us now to 33090, 33090, and we will put you in the mix to win a case of Score energy drinks. Congratulations to last week's winner, Hanif Edwards. Hanif walks away with a case of Score energy drinks. Hanif, somebody from Cape Rugby TV will be in touch with you shortly. Folks, we'll take an ad break. When we come back from the break, we'll be still speaking to Kevin Kivitz, of course, the chairperson at Tigerberg. We'll speak to Amin Brink from Collegians and Ebi Murat from Rangers. Big derby match coming up this weekend. It's Collegians against Rangers. And, of course, Collegians have got home ground advantage. They will be spooking at 8, so to speak. We'll take an ad break. We'll be back after the break. Welcome back, everybody. Cape Rugby TV. Let's go straight into it now. Clinton van Rensburg in studio with me. Clint, let's quickly talk about Villages. Close game for you guys against Bellville over the weekend.
Yeah, we've had a number of close games. For some reason, the games tend to be very tight. I don't know if it's a skill thing or...
I mean, that's 15-13. There's a 2-point win for you. And you said you made something like you went into 120 odd ball carries and 40 passes?
The reality is we had the ball on 100 occasions and we took it into contact 70 times and only passed it on 30 occasions, which is not a great stat for a team that would want to move the ball.
Yes. We got Kevin Kivitz on the line. We're going to cross to him in a second or so. Yeah, you were saying?
Yeah, so it's a game of rugby. The game of rugby we try and play is a game where we move the ball, and we're just getting stuck in the contact areas.
All right. So well, let's go to Kevin. Kevin is sitting on. Kevin, chairperson of Tigerberg. Welcome to Cape Rugby TV.
Thank you, JP, and good evening to your listeners and viewers.
Yes. Yeah. No, it's different when you're speaking to me on radio. You got to say viewers, not. Listen, congratulations on your performance so far. Tigerberg has certainly outdone themselves this season. You must be very happy.
I'm proud of the boys, JP. It's been hard work, and thank you to our coaches and our support staff for the hard work. I think it's a just reward.
What is it that made it for you guys so far this year, Kevin?
I think it's been discipline in training and application, and I think the disappointment of last year, not make it last year. The guys just worked harder this year, and you must remember it's been 3 years. We've been working consistently for 3 years, getting to this point of finally making it.
Kevin, just from a coaching perspective, Ricky Peterson is obviously there with you guys, very experienced coach, and he's obviously slotting in well there, has moved around a little bit at the from between a couple of different clubs, but it looks like he's settling in well at Tigerberg now.
He's settling in well, but he's also well supported by Daniel Brandt, the assistant coach, and we've got big plans for Brandon in the future. And I think the support staff, we've got Nasir, that's with Western Province, that's helping us on a part-time basis. His conditioning and has just been phenomenal, getting the guys physically and conditioning their bodies. And I think that has been our mainstay. We don't have a big squad, but our conditioning and our medical staff with Michelle, with Boy, that has just been phenomenal, making sure that we keep the boys on the park.
But Kevin, not only is it about the rugby, I think from a community perspective, you've also implemented quite a couple of things there. You've had this Protect Our Club initiative. You did that last year by cleaning up at the club. You've created some social media and media content as well. So there's clearly a lot of work going on behind the scenes, over and above just playing good rugby.
Look, I think we've got a program called Love Your Club hashtag, and that has been just to make our members and our supporters aware that the time of abusing and those things are over. We've got a no-nonsense approach.
Yeah.
And we just want to thank our supporters for coming out in numbers. And we had this thing this year, of course, saying every away game is a home game. So, and I think our support has been phenomenal. They've come out in their numbers to all the games. We've got UWC this weekend, and we just wish and hope, and we want to thank our guys in advance. And coming to the Gold Cup, JP.
Yeah, this was going to be my next question. Now, you guys must be thrilled about this Gold Cup wildcard entry.
We are, and what we're going to do now is we're getting a team together to have a supporters bus. When we go to George, we plan to have 2 or 3 buses taking our supporters down, and when we place our Borneans out in East London, we're hoping to have 2 or 3 buses of supporters going with our boys.
All right. Kevin, once again, congratulations on your season so far. Best of luck for the Gold Cup. I'm sure we'll be talking to you still a lot to follow the progress of the Tygerberg boys, die Tiere. I mean, all we can say is well done, congratulations, and keep up the good work.
JP, thanks, and come visit us on Saturday when we play UWC.
No, sorry meneer. Ek dink julle het klaar genoeg TV en alles in die pot gekry, né? Now, Kevin, we are going out this weekend to go watch Rangers against Collegians.
Well, that's going to be a big one because I think Collegians is playing for survival over there, and may the best team win.
Come and watch us. Come down to Lentegeur over the weekend.
I'll make it turn, no problem. Thanks, eh? All the best.
Lekker, Kevin. Kevin's doing great work there, Clint.
Yeah, Kevin and the guys are doing some sterling work at Tygerberg.
Yeah.
They're a real dangerous side. They've got a nice fan base. I think they're going to need more than 2 or 3 buses to transfer them to Georgia.
The Tiere fans.
Yeah, no, this year like I said, they're a dangerous side, and I like the brand of rugby they play.
Yeah.
A real community-based side, and they can only go from strength to strength with some proper backing.
Takes a bit of time to get to the top, and Tygerberg has come through the ranks. You know, obviously they've been around a lot longer than I've been around, but they've come through the ranks. They've done the hard yards, and now there's a culture, there's a tradition, there's a club there's a unity there that protects the club and looks after the club.
Yeah, they've got a strong coaching team, strong management team, guys that have been around, and Ricky and them also enjoying some of the benefits of spending time and rubbing shoulders with some of the Western Province coaches at the HBC. So I'm sure a lot of that brain, that capital, and that is coming back to the Tygerberg club.
Yeah. So let's quickly look at the other results, folks. We're going to get Armin Brink on the line now before we go to the ad break. In Super League B, then Hamlets, Rangers 45-24, Hands and Hearts 43-42, Helderberg 44-24. It was a win for Collegians over Solarians. I'll be happy with that result. St. George's beat Kales River, but it's just with a win over Belleville. In Super League C, All Saints went down to Langa. Busy Bees with a win over LC Sophia. A good win for Scottsdene over Goodwood. Kylemore 83-15 over Laguna. Wraithby 22-40 loss against Vineyards. Young Stars with a win over Hamadias. Then in the Promotion League, as we went out over the weekend, Blue Stars, or not at the Promotion League, but Blue Stars with a loss against Young Wesleys. Noordlikers and Manenberg Rangers, and then it was a win for Van der Stel over Retreat. Silver Treat 34-7 over Progress in the City League, with Tech 24-14 win over Young Ideas. That's where we were over the weekend. Temperance and Cities 26-all against Police. Right, so those are the fixtures, of course, in the City League, and in the regional leagues, it was wins for Atlantis over Peninsula, wins for Rocklands over Thistles, and Eerste is 50-30 over Blakes. On the line with me now, Armin Brink from Collegians. Armin, welcome to Cape Rugby TV.
Hi, good evening, JP, and good evening to all the viewers and also to the in the studio.
I mean, you know we're coming to you this weekend, huh?
No, I suppose it's right.
Yeah, it's long overdue. We haven't been there for a while now. Yeah. Listen, big game for you guys, though. Almost a derby match, if you want to call it that, against Rangers. Everybody's fighting for points at the moment.
Yes, JP, but firstly, before I go into the game, I think the Collegians Rugby Football Club just want to share their heartfelt condolences to Masipulele and Steve Jacobs and his family that, unfortunately, with the accident on the field, the rugby injury. So we just hope everything of the best to the family and also to Masi for the loss, JP.
Folks, we're speaking to Armin Brink from Collegians. He's just referring there to Steve Ovo Jacobs, who of course plays at Masipulele, sadly passed away after a serious injury over the weekend. And of course, condolences from the Cape Rugby TV squad, from everybody in Western Province Rugby, to the family and friends, and of course the club mates at Masipulele. Armin, moving off that terribly sad note, let's just get back to the game. Collegians and Rangers is going to be a tough one for you guys, but you do have home ground advantage.
Yes, it's always Super League B. Any game on any day is a tough one, JP. Anything can happen on any day, and it's been a challenging one starting our season, but us playing our home games down. I think that was a really tough one at the beginning of the season due to the water restrictions and our facility. I must salute our players and our coaches getting behind our young team. And I think just before the month of Ramadan and after Ramadan, we've got the squad back together again. And now the last couple of weeks, we've got some good games and we actually won most of our games. We only lost the games, young people.
Yeah, so you guys are at the moment number 13 on the log, 23 points. You will obviously stay out of the bottom spot there. So Rangers at the moment, you guys are pretty closely matched. You're not that far off each other. Both played 12 games, obviously, and a couple of wins, not that many, pretty much equal. This is going to go down to the wire on Saturday.
Yes, I think a win for us will take us, if we get 4 points, we will be right at 27 points. And I think, as I said, Super League B, anything can happen. We approach this game as any normal game. We're going to keep it calm. And, there is been a hype around the game.
Yeah. But
as you know, Rangers, any derby, you can expect anything on the day. But, I think our guys are well prepared, and I really want to salute our young players that has been drafted into the side. I really take my hat off for the passion and the commitment they showed playing in the first side, JP.
I mean, we're running a little bit short on time, so I'm going to have to say goodbye to you now so that we can get Ebi Murat on the line quickly, so that it's equal from both teams. We will see you on Saturday at Lenteghe. Am I allowed to say at the Gat? Armin, listen, we're looking forward to a great game. See you Saturday.
Okay, thanks, JP.
There we go. Armin Brink, of course, the chairperson at Collegians. That's the game of the week, folks. That's where we're going. On the line with us now is Ebi Murat. Ebi, you were on the show just the other day. We've got about a minute to talk to you. Collegians is going to not hold back against you guys this weekend.
JP, yeah, I know it's going to be a cracker on Saturday. They're obviously, looking to get themselves out of the position they find themselves in, and it makes for an interesting game out at Mitchell's playing on Saturday.
Clint, any questions for Ibrahim from your side?
I just want to say good luck, Baba. Have a good one. Tough place to play.
Thanks, Clint.
Yeah,
all the best to you guys as well.
we unfortunately do have to cut it very short. We're running a little bit tight on time here, Ebby. Just quickly, last one question. What do you think is going to make the difference between the two teams on Saturday? Because you guys are very close. You're almost equal on the log in terms of points. Log positions are not that far off. Also, who's going to take it home on Saturday? Is it home ground advantage? Is it the one that wants it the most?
I think it's going to obviously be a combination of the two. But I think the team that's going to be able to stick to the plan that they set for the day and execute that to the best of their ability and not get sucked into how the opposition is playing the game. I think that's going to be the plan. Hopefully that's going to be us.
Talking like a true coach, and keeping his cards close to his chest. Evie, listen, best of luck for Saturday. We'll see you on the side of the field.
Thanks, JP. Look forward to it.
Ibrahim Murat, of course, the coach. Clint, it's going to be a tough game.
Yeah, Alicia, that's a tough place to go and play. But like Baba said there, I think the side that's going to be disciplined and going to not get razzled by the crowds and the drama, they're actually going to pull it through.
Yeah. You guys yourself, Villagers, I mean, you guys also pushing for title hopes at the moment?
Alicia, like Armin said there, anybody can take anybody, you know. We've only lost 2 matches.
Yeah.
But like I said, there's some guys who've lost 4 matches sitting on the same point, so it's going to be very tough.
All right.
And Collegiate is one of the sides that we dropped at the Gat. So yeah, all the best to Rangers.
All right, Clint, listen, I'm going to have to say thanks for coming in this evening. I know it's Wednesday night, it's 9 o'clock, it's live, and that does change things a little bit. Appreciate the time and the effort, and hopefully you'll get home safely and get into a warm bed.
Yeah, with 2 dogs. No, I certainly enjoyed it. Thank you very much for the invite.
All right, a little bit more interactive then, folks. Right. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get through all of the fixtures, the live show. In fact, it does make a big difference. Stay tuned. Cape Rugby's got a massive announcement tomorrow morning, so watch the social media space, and we will be making our Cape Rugby TV announcement tomorrow. Right, that is a wrap from us. We are off to the Gat this weekend, to Young Wesley's, to Franschhoek. Folks, unfortunately, we're not able to come to every game. We wish you guys the very best of luck. Philip Daniels and the boys, Emil Krotz, we know you guys, we owe you one. There's a credit in the book for you. All right, folks, that's a wrap from us. We'll see you again next week, same time, same place. Don't forget to catch the repeat on Saturday. Have a fantastic rugby weekend. Bye-bye.